fell in love with San Francisco the first time I put my foot on the ground of this city. It has very peculiar characteristics that make it a unique city. But the thing that caught my attention the most is people who talk to themselves. No, I'm not talking about guys speaking on the phone. I mean, people whose only conversational partner is themselves. You know, even I talk to myself sometimes. When I watch sports on TV.
Just cover the guy. He's right there. It's one-on-one coverage.
Or when I'm in the office.
Oh, new category on YouPorn.
But these guys, they openly talk while they walk on the street. Are they all crazy? Do they have some sort of mental deficiency? I don't think so. That's why I decided to meet some of them.
Well, I've been a professional self-talker for about 3 years now. I get paid by the city to walk around and talk to myself.
You ever notice no one has any manners anymore? You know, they're just, you walk around and people just, they bump into you. And they don't really
which
care
gives
what's
some
going
character
on.
to some of the
They don't say,
places I go
"Excuse
to.
me," or anything like that.
I was a former living statue. Unfortunately, I found that it doesn't pay that well, so that's why I decided to start performing as a professional self-talker. I have seen some amateur self-talkers. They tend to repeat their lines over and over.
I don't even know why they have these newspaper stands. I mean, it's just, no one buys newspapers anymore. You know what I'm talking about, right? No one ever
What I
buys
try to do
newspapers,
to
you know,
differentiate myself from the amateurs is I try to change the subject to wherever I'm at. So if I'm at Fisherman's Wharf, I talk about Fisherman's Wharf and some of the things they might not know about that place.
Man, I don't know what it is with these cable cars. I mean, they're just too slow. I'm trying to get to work, and it's not efficient enough.
That way, the tourist has a good experience.
Then I met Lisa.
I often talk to myself. It seems that other people aren't interested in what I say. Actually, I have very interesting topics. So there used to be a hot dog stand right over there, and they sold these veggie dogs. I like Monty Pythons. I like to make people laugh. It reminds me of this comic strip that I used to know. It was like 2 hot dog stands, and one of them said healthy, and then the other one said smelthy. For instance, everybody calls me Lisa, but my real name is Maria. Isn't that strange? So you spell it M-A-R-E, no, sorry, you spell it I-A, but so I'm not really sure why people started calling me Lisa, but when I was younger, I wanted everybody to call me Mary.
The last self-talker I spoke with was Columbus.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but it turns out that talking to yourself helps you to solve many vast, intricate problems. For example, in the earlier part of the 20th century, Albert Einstein was able to solve basic problems concerning general relativity and quantum mechanics simply, simply by talking to himself.
Where is the best place to find food? Outside a diner.
Talking to yourself also helps me remember what my life was like before I was a homeless person. For example, thanks. Hey, God bless, God bless. It also helped me remember what my life was like before I became homeless. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I actually discovered this country. I was working for the Queen of Portugal, and I sailed over the Pacific Ocean to reach this country. And I saved all of humankind in my ark. And every one of you. And it's important to remember where you came from. I think that you have to remember that. It's important to remember where you came from.
I had an idea. Let them sit in the same room, and let's see if they can help each other.
basically, photons and neutrinos are passing through our bodies at all times. And when you consider the effect of the electromagnetic spectrum, because gamma rays and
abstract shape.
gamma rays, microwaves, and X-rays are constantly passing through our bodies, and they have an impact on our thoughts. Our very ability to think is being impacted by the presence of both the neutrinos and the gamma rays. And this is going to have a major impact on future generations of humans because we're constantly mutating. The human race is mutating into something that's going to be very destructive for the ecology as a whole and also the economy, because the price of oil is going to be going up and the price of the other commodities are going high.
Tongue fuckery, all right.
They're actually not that good for you. They have like a lot of sodium.
Now, these aren't real cars. These were dropped here by aliens.
Cool.